Lifestyles, what's up? Barbre here, back with another one. Today's video is going to be on how to build up your clientele. So I'm going to share with you guys my journey on how I built up my clientele and got my books full. So if you guys are interested in building up your clientele, then you don't want to miss out on this one. Welcome back to the channel. So we're talking about building up your clientele. Now I know everyone's journey is different on how they build up their clientele. If you guys missed my last video, make sure you guys go check that out. I'll leave that link up here somewhere. That was a little bit on my journey on how I got started barbering and also what helped me to build up my clientele. In today's video, we're going to dive in just a little bit more on some other techniques and ways that you can also build up your clientele as well. With my books, I usually get booked up about a week or 2 weeks in advance. And depending on the month, sometimes I can be booked out almost a month in advance. And I want to share with you guys on how I did that. So the first thing we're going to talk about is great service, providing great service to all your clients, because at the end of the day, your work should definitely speak for itself. And giving out top-notch quality haircuts to your clients every time, well, that means to me, you just got to cut more heads. And how you cut more heads? Well, that's how I started off. In a chain barbershop where you're going to get a lot of walk-in traffic. With that being said, you're going to get in a lot of reps. There's really no way around that. You just got to put in the reps, guys, so you can get better. When I first started cutting hair, I was okay. I wasn't great, but I can also see from when I started till now on how better I got as a barber. And the reason how I got better, well, I put in the reps, I cut more, and as I cut more, I just get better. So that is how you put out quality haircuts, by just cutting more, putting in those reps. So next I want to talk about networking. So what I used to do with networking is around the block from my shop and where I lived at, they'll have a couple of festivals every year. And what I did, especially in the beginning, I will pass out some brochures of my barbershop, phone number, and all my information on how they can find me. That was really hard for me to do, but over time I've gotten used to being able to do that. But another thing that really helped me a lot, which to me felt more organic, was the gym. So I work out every morning at my local gym, and I'm also meeting guys there, working out with guys. And over time, I'll just tell them what I do as far as cutting hair. A lot of my clients in the beginning stages are from the gym. As a matter of fact, I still have a lot of my clients from the gym to this day, and they've been with me probably the longest out of any of my clients because they were there pretty much from the start. When I started networking with a lot of guys at the gym, I was still in school, so I would cut some of those guys up just at my house, and today they're still with me. And the gym that I went to, there's a really good gym because I will even see a lot of celebrities. So I met a lot of celebrities at my gym, and I will play basketball as well. So a lot of the guys that I will play basketball with at that gym eventually become friends with them as well, and then they become clients of mine as well. To me, I think that's like one of the best ways to do it because it's more organic. It's not me just, here's a card, and this is what I do. I built a relationship with these guys, and when I say, hey, come support me, they're gonna come. So I highly recommend you guys to join some type of social networking group. You know, it can be hiking, it can be biking, going to the gym like me, playing basketball, playing soccer. Right now, I want to get into playing golf. I suck at golf, but I want to learn golf. And also playing golf, I'm going to also meet other guys out there playing golf too. So got to get in those social networking groups, guys, especially if you're like me, because again, I'm not the type of guy that's going to just go out randomly and talk to people to get them to come, you know, get a haircut by me. I like it to be more organic and real. So in other words, get out there, guys, and start networking. So that leads me to my next topic, social media. Now, I know people have mixed feelings about social media. It's one of those things, you either love it or you hate it. Some people just don't want nothing to do with social media. And I used to be one of those people who felt that way. I'm not a social media person, even though I know you guys are thinking like, no, you're definitely a social media guy, but I'm really not, guys. This is something that I had to work at over and over and over to get better at. I'm still working on it to this day. Social media does not come easy to me. I'm just continuing to work on that. As an up and coming new barber or even old barber, you have to put your work out there. Why would you not? It's free advertisement. You just post your stuff and you have all your work there. So when you're out to different type of social networking events and things like that, you know, especially if you're telling me you're a barber, like, oh, do you have an Instagram? How are you going to look and say, no, I don't have an Instagram? I mean, how does that even work? You got to have a social media presence so people can look you up and see, oh, wow, you're doing really nice work. Let me come book an appointment with you. It's free advertisement. Don't be like that, guys. Get on social media. and start posting your work on there. And whether you like it or you don't like it, it's not the greatest. It doesn't even matter, because the great thing about social media and posting your stuff on there, you can see as your cut's getting better. Also, your pictures are starting to get better. To me, I look at it like game film. You know, like when you're watching and you see, oh, maybe I could have did that better, or maybe I could have did this, or I could have done that. And it really helped me to even become better by posting some of my work. There's a lot of stuff on my page I didn't even want to post, and especially in the beginning, but I just posted it anyway. You just got to post it. Who cares? So when it comes to social media, get on that Instagram, get on them TikTok, create a YouTube account, do it all, guys, because again, it's free advertisement. Now, I can honestly tell you this. I've gotten clients from social media, but I wouldn't say that I got a whole lot of clients from social media, but I have gotten clients from there. A lot of my clients come from me just being out and networking, you know, face to face. You can't get clients from there. And again, you want to have something to reference people that you do meet, say, hey, this is my page and this is my work and what kind of work I do. So don't sleep on free advertisement, guys, from social media. So another great thing to do if you're an up and coming new beginning barber is to offer promotions, discounts. So what I would do is when I would go to my local events around my area, I will have those brochures. Now on those brochures, I'll have a discount for first time clients. And so I'll tell them, hey, just bring this card in when you come get your haircut and we'll hook you up with that discount. So I think that's another great way for you to build up your chair. Now, if you're working at a local barber shop, you might want to ask your owner if that's okay for you to do that. 9 times out of 10, I'm sure the owner will be okay with that, because they obviously see that you're out there hustling and trying to bring in clients to the shop. So just make sure you check with them first. And also, as a side note, take those kids, all right? I know a lot of barbers don't want to take kid clients, but I'm telling you, if you're new, up and coming, you gotta cut the kid. Customer referrals, I think, is also another great tool that you can use as well. When you get clients in that chair, let them know, hey, refer me to one of your family members or maybe a friend or something like that. Get them to promote your work as well. I mean, also your work is gonna speak for itself, right? So they're gonna have a great haircut. They're gonna go out and someone is gonna say, hey, who did your haircut? You make sure that your clients let them know who did it. So get in your client's ear and let them know. I always tell my clients, you know, one of the best tips you can do for me is a referral. Professionalism, guys. Being a professional at your workplace is so key, guys. It's like one of the glues to all of this, guys. You got to be professional, meaning that you're going to show up to work on time. You're also going to leave on time as well. I mean, you can also leave late, but you don't want to leave early, guys. Also, keeping your station clean and neat, and also your tools sanitized. Have a different variety of clippers. You're going to have different textures of hair, so you want to have certain clippers that do certain things. You don't have to have a whole drawer full of clippers like I do, but you do want to have the right tools for the job. One of the things in this industry is that I've seen a lot of guys that get lazy. You know, they start taking 2-hour breaks, 3-hour breaks. They're showing up late for their appointments, and you'll lose a lot of clients doing that. One of the things that my clients will tell you is that I run a tight ship, meaning that I tell my clients, hey, do not show up late. If you're 10 or 15 minutes late, then I can't take you. And you have to stick by that, because you have to set an example with your clients, because at the end of the day, your clients also have lives and things that they have to do as well. So you can't be late for your clients all the time, because then they're going to just get mad and they're going to find another barber. And keeping yourself clean, you know, if you are a smoker, make sure you wash your hands. And what I like to do is I like to wear gloves. I'm not a smoker, but I always wear gloves because, you know, you don't want your hands smelling like certain foods and things like that. I just wear gloves and I always wash my hands. So just being clean, keeping your station clean and showing up on time, to me, that's being professional. Continuing education, I think, is also important as well. The more you know, the more you grow, the more you grow, the more you earn. So I think that as a new up and coming barber, and also a barber that's seasoned, that's been in the game for a while, I mean, we can always learn something new every day, and we can also learn a lot from each other. I can learn a lot from a new up and coming barber as well. They might do a technique that I've never thought about doing, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should try that. I'm always trying to learn more things because I just love this industry so much and I just want to know everything about it. And when it comes to going to like barber trade shows and watching some of those classes that they have in theirs, I also think that's pretty cool if you're going there to learn some stuff and maybe pick up some new tools. So you always want to stay in the community, you always want to continue on learning because we don't know everything. A lot of things that we learn as barbers are similar, but I think that it gets a lot different on the techniques. On some people do certain techniques that might be a little bit different from each other. So one of the things that I've also been trying to get better at and also learn is scalp micropigmentation, doing tattoos on the scalp to make it look like real hair follicles. That's something that I'm really passionate about, and I've been learning that for a couple of years now and gotten a lot better with that, but I'm also going to continue that as well. You know, there's other different types of services that I want to learn, maybe like doing mini facials. Now, I'm not saying that you need to learn how to do all these things to become a better barber. I just think that if you want to challenge yourself and learn some different things out there, then I think that's also great. I think sometimes people get confused with that. They think that they have to learn how to do facials and learn how to dye hair and learn how to, no, you can just be one of those barbers that only do fades, and that's okay. You can build your career just doing that. That's nothing wrong with that. I'm just the type of person that I want to learn some different techniques. I want to learn different industries. I never really cared about dyeing hair like that, so that's something that I'm really not that interested in doing, but those are the things that I'm into. If you guys are into that, hey, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys are trying to also get into as well. Maybe I might know something to help you guys out with that as well. And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is building relationships. So once you have your clients in a chair, you want to start building that relationship with your clients. Like as far as asking them, hey, what did you not like about your last haircut? I like to not trash other barbers, so I don't say, hey, what do you not like about your last barber? I don't really try to go there because you just never know. You know, sometimes it can just be the client's fault, not the barber's. Don't go there with them, but just talk about the hair. Keep it on a hair subject, or what is it that you're trying to do or accomplish with your hair? You know, things like that. Because sometimes it can just be the smallest things that a client likes that you do that maybe another barber didn't do, you know, and so you find those things out by just kind of communicating with your client. Communication is really important to do that. So when you're doing that consultation with your clients, you know, you got to really dig deep and ask them certain type of questions about their hair and, you know, their long-term goals with their hair as well. One good thing that I do as far as building relationships with my clients is that, and it might come from just me being in the hospitality business for so long, my bartending background, is I'm really good at remembering certain things my clients do. So if they went on a trip and the next time I see them, how was that trip that you took? And I don't know how I do it, I'm just good at doing that. So I kind of use that to my advantage with my clients, and I'm really good at that. And I can honestly tell you guys, between me and you guys, it takes a long time for me to even learn their name. Or when I'm looking on my appointments and I see certain names on there, I have no idea who this client is until they come in. I'm like, oh, okay, I know who this guy is. So it takes me a long time to remember their name, but I will remember what we talked about last. Maybe not everything, but a lot of the key things. You know, maybe they're talking about their son, their daughter, or whatever the situation is. I'm good at memorizing that, but I'm horrible at remembering names. So, you know, we'll keep that between us, guys. So that's the list of things that really helped me to build up my clientele. You know, I would say the two most important thing out of all the things that we talked about today, guys, is when you're out there, be out there. Let people know who you are and what you do. And when you're in the shop, be professional. If you can remember those two things, then you're gonna be solid, guys. And also remember that it's not gonna happen overnight. Everything takes a process. You just gotta go through the process. There's no skipping the process. Anyone that can tell you that, oh, I could get you clientele in this certain amount of time frame, I don't think they're telling the truth, because it just takes time, guys, to build up your clientele. But if you do the things that we talked about, you'll be there. Trust me, guys. If I can do it, 100% you guys can do it. Because again, I'm not this big personality guy. I'm not out there and have this huge following and all that. I didn't have any of that stuff in the beginning. And again, I'm still learning this whole social media stuff myself. I'm still growing. That's kind of what I want to do, is kind of create a community of barbers like myself, like you, and we can just kind of grow together. Because one of the things that I kind of do not like about the industry, I love a lot of things about the industry, but there's certain things that I don't like about the industry. And what I don't like about is that certain people in the industry you know, they get to a certain level and they feel like they're too big to communicate with the small barbers. So one of the goals that I want to do is create a community of barbers that are like-minded like me and you. We're just regular barbers, and be able to kind of boost each other up when it comes to social media, when it comes to YouTube. If you guys want to start a YouTube channel too, let's help each other. Let's build this community, you know, and really push each other to grow and get better. That's kind of my long-term goal. Drop a comment, let me know what you guys think about that. That's something that's really been on my heart to do. So that's gonna be a wrap on today's video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you guys did, you know what to do. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and also follow me on my Instagram page at Kingmelifestyles. And until then, I'll see you on the next video.